He brought the idea with him when he moved here, suggested it to Ryan, who brought the idea to me, and then I turned around and invited him to participate, so it's been a full circle. Kevin Richardson is originally from Southwest Missouri and has lived in the San Francisco Bay Area. He currently lives in Honesdale with his wife Beth Spindler, a yoga therapist and writer, and they have 3 daughters. Kevin's art practice encompasses teaching and training, communication, design, illustration and strategy, and personal creative work. Kevin Richardson.
Thank you, Jack. I had the good fortune of starting out the first 7 years of my life outdoors in nature a lot, looking at clouds, playing in fields and woods, and exploring the banks of the ponds and streams on and around our 160-acre farm in Southwest Missouri. This is my mother, Dolores Jean Alexander Richardson, and I believe you can tell from the slant of the horizon and the angle of the picture, I believe it was the first picture I ever took with the family box camera, which was a top view camera. That was my first window on the world. This is my father, Jess Richardson, and my great aunt Effie. Her daughter, Suzanne, introduced my mother and my father, and after 2 weeks of dating, my father proposed, and my mother said yes. This is me. Summertime, 160-acre farm in the heat. Probably envisioning the swing fins I made from my father's cigarette cartons and tape. However, when they met water, it was very disappointing. This was before I knew the word prototype. This is my first collaborative project with Doug Jones. This is a remembering of that, of this green creature with a one eyeball that had a penchant for driving hot cars. High school. What I thought was a busyness project turned out to be third prize in the human rights poster contest. The first painting I did was accepted for a school show and then disappeared. My mother convinced me to take typing, and I studied a graphotech, printing, and graphic design. Also in high school, Beth Spindler, a friend, joined me with her date, Rob, at the premiere of Young Frankenstein. We laughed till we cried. Rob did not. That was the end of Rob and the beginning of us. 2 mentors that are still with me in this life. Edith West, who I studied with at Drury University, about the creative process, the joy of the creative process, and Milton Glaser, who I've never met, but his practice and his thoughts on art and commerce have informed me to this day. This is a painting that I did in the last semester studying with Edith. It's about 5 by 7. It's the largest thing I've ever done. After that, the whole faculty changed, and I shifted my focus to graphic design, and this is a catalog, alumni magazine I did because I came back and became publication designer there. Also in the middle of school, a lot of middles, Beth and I got married and started to think about what our futures would be and what we would do. That took us to, of all places, San Francisco. Beth won a National Endowment for the Arts jazz grant, and we used the money and our yellow Chevette and the car top carrier to drive to California to seek our fame and fortune. She in high hotels and country clubs, and I got into the computer graphics industry that was emerging at that point. After about 3 years, we found out we were going to have a family, and everybody was back in Missouri, and the pull was pretty strong to go back. So on a foggy Christmas Eve, we pulled in a U-Haul and pulling our car, and 3 months later, Emily was born, and the world changed. got a job at Sweetheart Cup, and it was like graduate school to the 10th degree. I also did some training there. I also proposed a restructuring of the department and piloted a successful working team. And that was a creative project called Scribble. That was personal, that I published my first book. Not too far before the end of Sweetheart, our family doubled in size with the arrival of Blythe and Paige. And they saw me, life is full. There was a lot going on, both professionally and at home. And it transitioned into the nonprofit sector at Community Partnership. Community Partnership was affiliated with United Way, so I was doing publications and communications for the partnership and also United Way. And I began teaching at Drury again, design, illustration, and advertising. In my master's degree, I got the chance to study with Jo Van Arkel in her renowned image and text class. And I used what I learned in there to present my independent research on street gang communication. Also a personal project of what it was like to be a father at that point. This is a workshop called The Well-Dressed Nonprofit. It's a workshop I do with nonprofits about the most effective ways for them to visually communicate their message. And this is Woody the Rolling Robot Bird, which is one of a series of things I did with the Springfield Regional Arts Council as an artist, committee member, and all-around good guy. In 2015, when Blythe and Paige graduated from high school, we sold our house and Beth and I moved to the Himalayan Institute. And I was the first of the new creative services team there, and it was also the 45th anniversary, and I also got involved with the Arts Alliances in the area. This is some of my recent work, a lot of IDs and logos, some activism. These are a line of cards that I've created from different artwork that I do. Thank you for letting me have this opportunity to share with you a grateful look back to appreciate the people, places, and experiences that have brought me to this evening with you tonight. I eagerly look forward to the opportunities that lie ahead in this practice of art that I'm about. Thank you.